African diaspora's divided opinion on Russia and Vladimir Putin. Welcome back. African countries are often depicted as a monolithic in the mainstream, but there's a new litmus test that's showing just how different the 54 countries are. Vladimir Putin. As the Russian-Ukraine crisis has now passed the 1-month mark, one thing is clear: African countries cannot agree when it comes to Putin. Now, what's behind the African nations thinking twice about calling out Russia? Joining me for this diaspora discussion, we have Zimbabwean Tourism Director Chanita Foster, journalist Uchechi Chinyere, and Nigerian-born politician Gabe Okoye. Thank you all for joining us today. Chanita, let's really break this down. A quick glance shows how divided the continent is on the Russian invasion. Why is there a long list of African countries that have not condemned Putin's attacks on Ukraine?
When you look at Africa as a whole, they're already crippled for many reasons that we can talk days and days about, and it can't afford to be crippled anymore or put in a position to go into a fight that's not necessarily theirs. Africa has continued to be the victim when it comes to human rights, unfair elections over the years. Yet most of the times, other continents have cared to say nothing when it comes to what's going on in Africa. So, I mean, right now, when you look at it from a standpoint, there's no reason that I can see from a standpoint that this is their fight in this moment right now.
The wide range. You have Eritrea. On the other end, you have Kenya. Kenya took a strong approach and directly called out Russia.
Kenya is gravely concerned by the announcement made by the Russian Federation to recognize Donetsk and Luhansk regions of Ukraine as independent states.
Ghana also made strong statements as well. Is there any risk for speaking up against Putin?
I think wisdom is the ability to choose your battles. You never go into a battle that you're not equipped for. If you look at what's going on across Africa, we're actually going into election years for a lot of countries right now. And those countries' main focus right now is getting their personal countries together. They want to speak out, but it's not something that they're willing to engage in actively.
The American president stated that he does not want to make an enemy of Vladimir Putin. Should this be viewed as a non-interference approach or a pledge of allegiance to Putin?
Again, silence is golden. Don't go into a battle that you're not equipped to handle. Again, these countries, mainly African countries, are fighting to regain where they've been crippled for so long by so much. And it's time for them to start looking at what's going on in their independent country and what they can do to better their country. You know, oftentimes it's funny how the conversation always comes back to what is Africa going to do? What is Africa going to say? But yet the world is always silent on the conversations that has to do with African citizens. So it's like the world is silent when it's beneficial to them. When Africa as a continent have called on the aid of other countries, such as the United States, such as the UK, to come in and help them with different situations, and everyone was silent. But then when it's something that's happening globally, it's all of a sudden, well, where's Africa going to stand in this? Where's South Africa? Where's Nigeria on this? Where was the same conversation? So I believe from the stance of South Africa, silence is golden. Right now is not our time to speak. Let's focus on the things that are happening within our country that can help us gain and regain what it is that we need to do to stabilize our country. Again, with elections coming up and things that we need to do, and then let the Westerners deal with what it is that they have going on.
Gabe and Uchechi, thank you all for chiming in on this conversation. We will continue having conversations about the diaspora here on Revolt Black News Weekly. We'll be right back.